Welcome to another exciting instalment of Untitled.jpg, your podcast for all of your gaming, technology, geeky, movie, comic booky news.
That's right.
I'm Tom, and this is Callum. Hello, Callum.
Hello.
This is very 70s radio. I'm liking this so far. So this week we have many things for you, including this introduction, a story about China lifting their ban on video games, the Fukushima plant disaster, Hulk Hogan being dropped, and Terminator... what would be a good rhyme with dropped? Gained.
What? How's that right?
Mafia 3 revealed, Windows 10 launch, and then our last section, Let's Talk Tech. So, what have you been playing this week then, Callum?
This week I have been playing my normal amount of FIFA. For some reason it's been getting even more annoying than usual. I haven't played that much Rocket League. Rarely played that. And then again, it's just trying to bash out the Batman Riddler trophies. I still haven't done it. I'm down to like 30, but I still haven't finished them all yet.
Well, this would be the point where I asked Femi what he's been playing, but sadly Femi can't be with us. He's busy at the moment, and we miss his laughter.
Sell out.
Yeah, how dare he actually do things for money? I mean, jeez. I've been playing a couple of things this week. I've gone back to the Halo Master Chief Collection. I'm playing Halo 3 and ODST through at the moment. And I've also started playing... what else have I been playing? Oh, Fire Emblem Awakening on the 3DS. I've been getting into the Nintendo vibe a lot since Satoru Iwata's sad passing.
You feel like you need to like make up for lost time.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've even started collecting amiibos now, which is just a dangerous, slippery slope, thanks to Callum.
You're welcome.
So this is going to be a bit more of a kind of a fireside chat this week than normal. Obviously, it's a bit of a three-way vocal orgy, and now it's a bit more of a, a
very intimate session here.
Yeah, this is, we laid down the bearskin rug next to a fire.
There's a lot of eye contact going on right now.
Sat down with a bit of port, slinking it around. So we hope you enjoy what you've got.
By port, he means Costa.
So, our first news story this week is about China lifting their 15-year ban on video games consoles. So the ban was originally in place to prevent children wasting their time, in inverted quotation marks. And, what we kind of wanted to talk about, really, is, are video games a waste of time? What do you think, Callum?
Hell no! I love video games. I mean, like, they're not a waste of time. Some of them are a waste of time, like Candy Crush and that. You're literally just playing stuff like that just to occupy dull moments of your life in, like trying to get from one moment to another. It's like sort of like an interlude. But games like, when you play something like Far Cry or... I'm just looking at my shelf to see games. Example, Batman. It's like Batman Arkham Knight. You're playing that for a story. You're playing it for an experience. You're playing it to get away and to be something you're not.
So would you equate it to going to an art gallery, for example, and looking at the art that's there? I mean, no one would ever say that's a waste of your time. No,
if you're into that sort of thing, it's not a waste of your time. You spend your time... Well, you try to spend your time doing stuff you enjoy. Obviously, you can't always do stuff you enjoy. But, again, people love video games.
And, I think we have to look at it from a cultural standpoint as well. Chinese and Eastern Asian gamers in general, so your Koreans and your Chinese gamers, they're quite... they're one of the main founders of the professional gaming scene, esports as we know it. So they actually will sit there and play a game for 12, 15 hours a day in teams, in sort of gaming houses. So they do take it to this extreme. And when you hear stories about, excuse me, when you hear stories about gamers dying whilst they play games, it's normally from Korea or China. So I think we can kind of see why. These are the PC games, by the way, because obviously up until now, games consoles have been completely banned.
Hence the story.
So, I can kind of see where they're coming from, but maybe the wording's poor, maybe it's poor translation in that sense. I don't think that video games are a waste of time, because you can only waste time if you don't enjoy doing what you're doing and it's not contributing to anything. Whereas for me, video games are an experience, they're an escape, and yeah, it could be seen, I could be out raking leaves or,
That is a waste of time.
Yeah, I could be...
Trees are just going to grow them back and put them on the floor again, so,
But, when you sit there and you kind of, you haven't got anything to do in the evening, it's the equivalent of flicking on Netflix or, Amazon Prime Video, sorry, Amazon, and, doing all that kind of stuff. So I don't agree with the fact that video games are a waste of time at all.
But again, China's that sort of country where education and being the best at, I'm trying to think of the word. Like, you know, like when they push, like, remember Ray?
Yeah, I remember Ray.
Shout out to Rayman. I do miss Rayman. His name was actually Rayman. He's not the video game.
Chung
Rayman, but we called him Rayman for obvious reasons. But he, like his dad, he was very, God rest his dad as well. Sorry about that. His dad and his parents were quite like, you know, got to play piano, got to get good grades in your school and all that sort of thing. Very like
they wanted him to excel at what he did.
That's the word I wanted. Like you have to excel at whatever, like everything. Like you can't be second best. You have to be the best at everything. So like again with video games, they saw that as a waste of time because you couldn't excel at a video game.
Yeah.
Really, you know.
It's not seen as a traditional kind of way to spend your time.
No. Why play Pac-Man when you can be a doctor? That sort of logic goes into it there.
Yeah. I understand that. I mean, and when you actually have a look at the reasons why China have lifted this ban, we can kind of start to see that maybe the attitude hasn't actually changed. It's just, you know, a way of sustaining their economy. And let me explain. So, China had this ban in place for 15 years. I mean, recently, I'm not going to go into a detailed economic analysis, don't worry, but they've traditionally been a company that is about manufacturing, is about you know, these kind of raw resources, the processing of them, the mining of them, etc. Now, in recent times, their economy's been struggling to grow sustainably, and video games are being seen as a way to create a growth industry. So there's actually a new manufacturing zone in Shanghai that they're setting up, which is going to be made to, you know, to develop and manufacture these games consoles and the software for them, etc. So it's a way of creating jobs, it's a way of bringing money into a growing industry that's still one of the fastest growing industries in the world. So I mean, and if it's a waste of time, then why are they setting up a whole manufacturing facility for it?
Yeah, but they also make iPhones, and they never. I don't know if they still.
Foxconn, yeah, they do still make the iPhones.
Yeah, but do they actually let? Because they didn't originally sell them in China, did they?
No.
I don't know if they still have that ban on yet.
Not 100% sure.
Because they only had like the Chinese version, didn't they? Because everyone was like, "Oh my god, these Chinese phones are really popular." Goes, yeah, because you know that's the only phone they're allowed in China. Well, and there's quite a lot of people in China.
Where I study, up in Lincoln,
it's not China.
There, we have over 11% population of Chinese students now, which is great. And I always see them with iPhones that are Chinese. I don't know whether they've got a universal version of iPhone, because these are rich Chinese students. That's why they're over here. And I think these guys have access, whether it's banned or not. There are ways of getting hold of these devices. So I'm pretty sure there are games consoles that are in China. They just have maybe been.
They just can't legally buy them. We can now.
You can't walk into game and, you know.
They wouldn't have a game, would they?
Well, maybe, you know.
Game, what do you sell? Nothing. Buy a new Zelda game. Really? No, go away. Study math.
Oh god.
Wait, no, I didn't mean it that way.
Right. I think that's a good point to move on.
I'm going to meet Ray again, but he's going to be very angry with me.